ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता चैप्टर 7 ज्ञान विज्ञान योग श्लोका 1।
श्री भगवान उवाच मय्यासक्तमनः पार्थ योगं युञ्जन्मदाश्रया असंशयं समग्रं मां यथा ज्ञास्यसि तच्छृणु।
The Supreme Lord Shri Krishna said to Arjuna, "Now hear from me, O Parth, with your mind absorbed in me, attached to me exclusively, and surrendering unto me through the practice of yoga, how you can know me completely, free from any kind of doubt." Shloka 2।
ज्ञानं तेऽहं सविज्ञानमिदं वक्ष्याम्यशेषतः यज्ञात्वा नेह भूयोऽन्यज्ञातव्यं वशिष्यते।
I shall now reveal unto you this complete knowledge or jnana, combined with realization or wisdom, which is vijnana, knowing which nothing else remains to be known in this world. Shloka 3।
मनुष्याणां सहस्रेषु कश्चिद्यतति सिद्धये यततामपि सिद्धानां कश्चिन्मां वेत्ति तत्त्वता।
The Supreme Lord said, "Amongst thousands of individuals, one perchance strives for perfection, and amongst those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in essence." Shloka 4।
भूमिरापोऽन्लुवायु खं मनो बुद्धिरेव च अहंकारा इति यम्मे भिन्ना प्रकृतिरष्टधा।
Earth, water, fire, air, space, and mana, that is mind, buddhi, that is intellect, and ahankara, that is ego. These are the 8 different components of my material energy or prakriti. Shloka 5।
अप्रेयमितस्त्वन्यां प्रकृतिं विद्धि मे परां जीवभूतां महाबाहो ययेदं धार्यते जगत्।
The Lord said, "This is my inferior energy, but beyond it, O mighty armed Arjuna, is my higher energy, made up of the embodied souls who are the source of life in this world. Through this higher energy, my para prakriti, the entire universe is sustained." Shloka 6।
एतद्योनीनि भूतानि सर्वाणीत्युपधारया अहङ्कृत्स्नस्य जगता प्रभवः प्रलयस्तथा।
Know that all created beings have their source in these 2 natures, material and spiritual. I am the origin and the dissolution of the entire universe. In this verse, Lord Krishna says that everything in this world comes from 2 things, the body that is material and the soul that is spiritual. He is the one who creates everything and also the one into whom everything returns. Shloka 7।
मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव।
O Arjuna, there is nothing higher than me. Everything rests upon me, like pearls strung on a thread. When you look at a pearl necklace, the thread isn't always visible, but it holds all the pearls together. Similarly, we may not always see God directly, but He is holding everything together: people, nature, emotions, and even time. Shloka 8।
रसोऽहंसु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशिसूर्ययो प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दाखे पौरुषं नृषु।
The Supreme Lord said, "O Arjuna, I am the taste in water, the radiance of the sun and the moon, the sacred syllable Om in all the Vedas. I am the sound in space or ether and the ability in human beings. Shloka 9.
पुण्यो गंधा पृथिव्यां च तेजश्चास्मि विभावसो जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु.
The Supreme Lord said, I am the pure fragrance or the punya gandha of the earth, the brilliance or teja in fire. I am the life force or jivanam in all beings, and the penance or tapa of the ascetics or the tapasvis. Shloka 10.
बीजम्मा सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनम बुद्धिर्बुद्धिमतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहम्.
The Supreme Lord said, O Arjuna, know that I am the eternal seed of all living beings. I am the intelligence of the intelligent and the brilliance of the brilliant. Shloka 11.
बलं बलवतां चाह कामराग विवर्जितम् धर्मा विरुद्धो भूतेषु कामोऽस्मि भरतर्षभा.
The Supreme Lord said, O best of the Bharatas, I am that strength of the strong, which is devoid of desire and attachment, and I am that desire in living beings, which is in accordance with dharma. In this verse, Sri Krishna teaches that when strength is used to protect righteousness and the desire that arises from selfless and dharmic intentions, like the desire to perform one's duty perfectly or to seek spiritual progress, etc., are manifestations of the divine. Shloka 12.
ये चैवा सात्विका भावा राजसास्तामसाश्च ये मत्त एवेति तान् विद्धि न त्वहं तेषु ते मयि.
The Blessed Lord said, the three states of material existence, or the three gunas, that is sattva, the mode of goodness, rajas, the mode of passion, and tamas, the mode of ignorance, are all manifested by my energy. But I am beyond these three gunas. Shloka 13.
त्रिभिर्गुणमयैर्भावैरेभिः सर्वमिदं जगत् मोहितं नाभिजानाति मामेभ्यः परमव्ययम्.
Deluded by the three modes of material nature or the three gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas, the embodied souls in this world are unable to know me, as I am beyond these modes, eternal and imperishable. Unless we go beyond these gunas, we cannot realize God, because these gunas veil our understanding of the ultimate truth. Shloka 14.
दैवी ह्येषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरात्यया मामेवा ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते.
My divine energy, which consists of the three modes of material nature, or the three gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas, is very difficult to overcome. But only those who take shelter in me and surrender unto me can cross beyond this illusion or maya easily. Shloka 15.
न मा दुष्कृतिनो मूढा प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमा माय्याः पहृतज्ञाना आसुरं भावमाश्रिता.
In this verse, the Supreme Lord explains why some people are unable to surrender unto Him. He says that the evil-doers, the deluded or the foolish, the lowest amongst men, that is the people who choose lower instincts over higher values, those whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and the people of demoniac nature do not surrender unto me. Only when we rise above ignorance, arrogance, and selfishness can we truly seek God and surrender unto Him. Maya hides the truth from those who are unwilling to purify themselves. Shloka 16.
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जना सुकृतिनो अर्जुना आर्तो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभा.
The Supreme Lord said, O Arjuna, 4 kinds of virtuous people worship me. The Artha, or the distressed, or the one who is suffering. The Jigyasu, or the inquisitive, that is the one who wants to know the truth. The Artharthi, or the seeker of wealth or success. And the Jnani, the wise or the enlightened one, who is situated in knowledge and worships God out of pure love. Shloka 17.
तेषां ज्ञानी नित्ययुक्ता एकभक्तिर्विशिष्यते प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनोत्यर्थमहं स च ममाः प्रिया.
Among these, the wise one or the Jnani, who is ever steadfast in devotion, that is, who is constantly connected with God, and whose worship is single-pointed, that is, without any kind of distractions, is the best. The Supreme Lord says, I am exceedingly dear to the Jnani, and the Jnani is very dear to me. The Jnani worships God out of pure love and not need. Shloka 18.
उदारा सर्व एवैते ज्ञानी त्वात्मैव मे मतम् आस्थिता स हि युक्तात्मा मामेवानुत्तमां गतिम्.
Sri Krishna said, all these devotees are certainly noble, but the Jnani who is endowed with knowledge is my very self. He is steadfast in devotion and attains me, the highest goal. The Jnani's mind is yukta, that is in union with the Supreme continually. He remains deeply absorbed in God and finally attains the Supreme. Shloka 19.
बहुना जन्मनामन्ते ज्ञानवान् मां प्रपद्यते वासुदेव सर्वमिति स महात्मा सुदुर्लभा.
The Supreme Lord said, after many births of spiritual practice, the Jnani surrenders unto me, realizing that Vasudeva is all that exists. Such a great soul is indeed very rare to find. After many lifetimes of spiritual growth, a Jnani finally realizes that nothing really exists besides God. He sees Vasudeva or God everywhere and in everyone and surrenders fully unto Him. Such complete realization is very rare, but it marks the soul's final union with the Supreme. Shloka 20.
कमैस्तैस्तैर्हृतज्ञाना प्रपद्यन्तेऽन्यदेवता तं तं नियममास्थाय प्रकृत्या नियता स्वया.
Those whose knowledge has been stolen by various worldly desires surrender to other devatas, following specific rites and disciplines, driven by their own nature. When our minds are clouded by desires, we seek various devatas or celestial gods for temporary worldly gains. True spiritual growth begins when we rise above such desires and turn inward, seeking the Supreme, not for personal gains, but out of pure devotion. Only then can a person attain the highest spiritual goal or moksha. Shloka 21.
यो यो यां यां तनु भक्ता श्रद्धयार्चितुमिच्छति तस्य तस्याचलां श्रद्धां तामेव विदधाम्यहम्.
Whatever or whichever deity or form a devotee seeks to worship with faith, I make this faith firm and steady in him. In this verse, the Supreme Lord says that if a person worships a particular form, deity, or even a symbol with great devotion or faith, he himself strengthens that faith, because all forms of sincere devotion ultimately lead to the Supreme, though in different ways. Shloka 22.
सतया श्रद्धया युक्तस्तस्याराधनमीहते लभाते च तथा कामान्मयैव विहितान् हि तान्.
Endowed with that faith, he worships a particular deity and from it he obtains his desired object. But in reality, it is I alone who fulfills his desire. The Lord continues from the previous verse and explained that although the devotee appears to receive what they desire, be it health, wealth, success, or protection, from their chosen deity who they worship with deep faith, it is actually the Supreme Lord Himself who fulfills their desires. Shloka 23.
अन्तवत्तु फलं तेषां तद्भवत्यल्पमेधसां देवान्देवयजो यान्ति मद्भक्ता यान्ति मामपि.
But the fruit gained by these worshippers of small intellect is temporary. Those who worship the devatas or demigods go to them, but my devotees come to me. In this verse, the Supreme Lord says that less intelligent people who worship the devatas settle for temporary material gains and go to their realms after leaving their bodies, and that too for a limited time. But those who worship the Supreme Lord Himself with deep devotion, who is eternal, infinite, all-pervading, and the ultimate goal, attains Him. This is the highest spiritual attainment, which is also known as moksha or liberation. Shloka 24.
अव्यक्तं व्यक्तिमापन्नं मन्यन्ते मां बुद्धया परं भावमजानन्तो ममाव्ययमनुत्तमम्.
Fools deride me when I descend in a human form. They do not understand my higher nature as the Supreme Lord of all beings. When God incarnates in a human form out of compassion to guide, protect, and uplift humanity, people who are deluded or spiritually ignorant fail to recognize His divinity. This divine incarnation of God is never limited by human constraints. The Supreme Lord reminds us that He is the Lord of all creation, beyond birth and death. His embodiment as a human is not a limitation, but a divine play, that is Leela, to benefit the world. Shloka 25.
नाहं प्रकाश सर्वस्य योगमाया समावृता मूढोऽयं नाभिजानाति लोको मामजं.
Being veiled by my Yog Maya, I am not manifest to everyone. This deluded world does not know me, the unborn and imperishable. Although the Lord is present in all beings and in all things, and even when He takes a human form, materialistic people cannot recognize Him. His true divine form is hidden from the eyes of the ignorant by His divine energy, Yog Maya. Only through pure devotion can one see the Lord as He truly is, eternal, boundless, and full of love. Shloka 26.
वेदाहं समतीतानि वर्तमानानि चार्जुन भविष्याणि च भूतानि मान्तु वेदा न कश्चन.
O Arjuna, I know all beings, past, present, and future, but no one truly knows me. In this verse, Lord Krishna reveals His supreme omniscience to Arjuna, while the Supreme Lord knows everything about all living beings, past, present, and future. He remains beyond the grasp of human intellect and perception. No one can fully understand or know Him unless He chooses to reveal himself. Shloka 27.
इच्छाद्वेषसमुत्थेन द्वन्द्वमोहेन भारत सर्वभूतानि सम्मोहं सर्गे यान्ति परन्तप.
O descendant of Bharata, at the time of birth, all living beings fall into delusion due to the dualities of desire and aversion, or ichha and dvesa. When living beings are born into the material world, into a body, a mind, and an environment governed by Maya, they fall into delusion caused by the duality of desire and hatred. As a result, they lose clarity and fail to recognize God's presence in themselves and others. Shloka 28.
येषां त्वन्तगतं पापं जनानां पुण्यकर्मणां ते द्वन्द्वमोहनिर्मुक्ता भजन्ते मां दृढव्रता.
The Supreme Lord said, "But those people whose sins have been destroyed by following the righteous path and performing virtuous deeds, and who are freed from the delusion of dualities, worship me with firm determination." This verse teaches us that true devotion requires inner purity, not just rituals, but a life of goodness and freedom from dualities like attachment and aversion, desires and hatred, and so on. This helps one develop pure love and devotion for God that is unwavering, and such devotion is never shaken by life's ups and downs. Shloka 29.
जरामरणमोक्षाय मामाश्रित्य यतन्ति ये ते ब्रह्म तद्विदु कृत्स्नमध्यात्मं कर्म चाखिलम्.
Those who strive for liberation from old age and death, taking refuge in me, come to know the Brahman or the Absolute, the Self, and the entire field of karmic action. A person who deeply longs for spiritual liberation doesn't just read scriptures or perform rituals. They surrender to God and take refuge in Him. They live with sincerity and strive to understand the eternal truths. In return, God reveals to them the nature of the soul, the universe, and the mystery of life and karma. Shloka 30.
साधिभूताधिदैवं मान् साधियज्ञं च ये विदु प्रयाणकालेऽपि च मान्ते विदुर्युक्तचेतसाः.
Those who know me as the Supreme Reality and the underlying principle of the Adi Bhuta, that is the entire material world, the Adi Daiva or the celestial gods, and as Adi Yagya, the Lord of all sacrificial performances. Such enlightened souls are in full consciousness of me even at the time of leaving their bodies. The Supreme Lord said that the enlightened souls who have realized His true nature and whose heart and mind are always focused on Him, even at the end of life, their mind remains united with Him and they attain Him completely. That is, they attain liberation or moksha. Jai Shri Krishna.